If Deontay Wilder were to face Robert Helenius, which is a very high possibility, right? Because Wilder mentioned Robert Helenius as a possible opponent when he was naming the guys that he is looking to fight if Tyson Fury and him cannot get that third fight, right? He named Usyk, Dillian White, Robert Helenius, right? Now, if that fight actually gets made, Robert Helenius versus Deontay Wilder, I really hope that the Tyson Fury fans don't complain about that or call it a cherry pick. And I'll explain why. Because when I came out and I made a video criticizing Tyson Fury for picking Ajit Caballero, right? A low quality guy to defend his WBC belt. For some reason, people seem to not like that. They were like, well, he's undefeated. They were giving Tyson Fury excuses for him fighting a guy in the level of a G, right? They were literally giving him excuses. Oh, it's just a warm up fight. It's just a warm up fight. Oh, a G is unbeaten. You know, they were trying to hype up a G as if he was something special. So if you're going to, if you're a Tyson Fury fan, and if you were okay with the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson Fury, defending his belt against a guy like a G, then you should also be okay with the former WBC champion fighting somebody like Robert Helenius, because Robert Helenius just came off the biggest win in his career. He just beat the unbeaten Adam Konecki, and he knocked him out last year. No, it was early this year. He knocked him out in spectacular fashion, and that was the biggest victory in his career. Right. So right now there's hype around Robert Helenius. Right now, Robert Helenius has fought better quality opposition than Ajit, in my opinion. Okay, he definitely has a better victory in Adam Konecki than anyone Ajit has beaten. All right, so if you're going to be okay with with Tyson Fury defending his belt against against Ajit, then you should have no problem with Deontay Wilder being a contender, because this is not for no championship belt. Just fighting somebody like a Robert Helenius, a guy who came off who just had a really good victory in his last fight, right? So I'm just saying that, like, don't complain, don't be a hypocrite, don't defend Tyson Fury, kiss his ass for fighting a low quality guy, but then shit on Deontay Wilder for fighting somebody like Robert Helenius, a guy who, like I said, has a little bit of a better resume than somebody like a Jeep, all right? Because that would just make you a hypocrite, and that will let me know that you're a fanboy, and that will also let me know that you just hate Wilder because you gave Tyson Fury a pass, but not Deontay Wilder, right? So yeah, that's all I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if that fight happened. Why Robert Helenius has fought, and I don't know if he's in contract. He has a contract with the PBC, but obviously Adam Konecki is a PBC fighter, and he fought Adam Konecki, so he's obviously capable of doing deals to fight PBC guys. So that's a fight that I could totally see happening for Deontay Wilder, because Robert Helenius has already fought in the PBC, so he will probably have no issue wanting to fight Deontay Wilder. Now, obviously, I think Deontay Wilder knocks out Robert Helenius. I think he definitely beats him. But again, I just feel like people shouldn't complain about that fight if that fight gets made, because Wilder is not a champion. You know, when it came to Deontay Wilder, people were always complaining about who he was defending his WBC belt against. Oh, he's defending it against this guy. He's not good enough. He's defending it against that guy. He's not good enough. Why he should be fighting this guy, defending it against this guy. So if he's fighting this guy just as a fight, if he does fight him. So there shouldn't be no complaints. And again, don't be hypocritical. Don't give Tyson Fury a pass for wanting. Obviously, he didn't go through with it, but he was willing to defend his WBC belt against a G. Don't give him a pass, but then shit on Wilder when Wilder's not even a champion anymore, right? And Wilder came off a loss. So you know how you Tyson Fury's and boxing fans love to say, oh, this guy came off a loss. He deserves a easy tune-up fight, right? So you should be okay with Wilder fighting somebody like a Robert Helenius since he came off a loss, right? So he deserves a easy tune-up fight in your own words, right? Yeah.